What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Complete Course Construction. This is our first video in a few days. I took a few days off. Thought we'd have a little rest, recharge, as we got a busy month coming up. I am recording this the day of the release of the Season 2 Clubhouse Pass. So there was a sizable patch on all platforms, and the Season 2 Pass is available for purchase and download. And yeah, in the brief little bit I've been looking around, it's awesome. Designer wise, not really a lot new, unfortunately. You might notice the UI is a little different. I think not all the words are like bolded, so it looks a little bit different. And I kind of noticed the tools are not quite centered. I don't know. It's minor. It doesn't matter. It's just the little things I noticed, but haven't run into too much new, although those that maybe are working with or that are a bit more experienced with clubhouses than me, I did notice when I was throwing down clubhouses. I don't know if this is new or not. You're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it auto flattened like that. But were we ever able to sync it like this and then flatten it? Was that ever a thing? I mean, that's a brand new clubhouse right there, I feel. I can't remember if that was a thing or not. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure, because I'm not a big clubhouse guy. Anyway, enough with that stuff. We are at the 8-hour, 6-minute mark, and we've got 4 holes done. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 9 basically done. A lot of comments on 3. I think for the most what am I trying to say? For the most part, there we go. People kind of like the minimal planting. There's some mixed reviews on this planting here. I like it for now, so I'm not going to touch it. But again, lots of time to go back and change things, flip things, but we could tweak a hole for forever. But at some point, you kind of got to move on, and then you can go back and fix things up as you see fit. So, we are going to work on hole number 4 today, which, from I'm seeing in the comments, a lot of people are excited about. This is going to be a really neat par 5, kind of with the mountains on the left, the coast on the right. It's going to be a very unique hole, because there's not going to be, as far as I know, this is the closest to the ocean we're going to get. Like, it's right down on the ocean. So, as you can see, most of everything is up on the flat. So, this is going to be the one hole that's going to be right on the ocean. So, I kind of like how the land is sitting right now. So, the green will be kind of perched up here. I can see fairway kind of running all the way through here. And then maybe this little part here is just maybe some planting or maybe a little rough path to kind of walk up to get to the green. Maybe some stairs along here to connect the paths. I don't know. Something like that. I think it could be something really neat. So without further ado, let's get rolling here. We'll get our music going. Hopefully you can hear that. Get the time going. 8 hours, 6 minutes. And we're off for today. Okay, so, like I said, this hole currently is going to be a rather short par 5. Our first par 5 build. So I kind of see the green kind of perched up here. So we will flatten her up here. Yeah, these little UI changes are minor, but they're noticeable. But I don't love them or hate them at this moment. It's different. So we're just going to kind of create a bit of a green site here. So like that, maybe. I think I might just extend. Have this at the back be water. You're long. Short par 5, so we'll work on that little coastline here, but so this. Oh, a little bay there. But yeah, that's going to be dangerous, so you got to be on your mark if you want to hit that in 2. Wondering if I pull some of this land off as well. Or do I like it jutting out? don't think we really need it. Don't think we really need it. Okay, so let's do some initial planning of this hole. So I kind of see a green kind of running over the edge here. Probably a bit of a larger green. I'm going to extend it all the way to the back. I don't think I'm going to have any sand. We've got enough. No. Something like that. I'll make that shot pretty tough. Maybe we got some fairway in the back here. So if you are long, got going to be a little tricky downhill shot. You know, the fairway might even potentially carry it in water, so we could even do that too. Maybe make no rough at the back there. Maybe like no rough outline here. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. So, you know, I kind of see a green that looks something like that. And then from here, fairway-wise, the fairway is not going to connect the green. So I really want the fairway just to really be in this canyon. Maybe extend right up to about there. Really just follow the lay of the land here. And then how wide do we want to go? I'm trying to think. Do I want to use that? What do I want to do up here? Let me think about that. Let me go to the other side first, because I know how that's going to work generally. Wide fairway. Again, probably minimal on the bunkers here. Don't really feel like we need any. Maybe a cross bunker? I don't know. Probably a cross bunker somewhere. Mid fairway. This is where I'm not 100% sure. I want to kind of bring it up here. I mean, we're in no man's land up here at 351. No one's launching it that far, so really, this part doesn't really matter, at least from the tips, which I usually design for. So something like that. Pretty straightforward, and then, you know, maybe something at like... I kind of want to put a bunker here. Because that's going to kind of force people to probably settle in here. Then that's going to leave a bit worse of an angle. Whereas, you know, if you were here, this would kind of be positioned a slightly better position here. Maybe I don't want necessarily this to be right at driver length. I don't want to make that a cheap move all the time, so maybe. And I want to make the right side have, you know, actually be playable too, so maybe we do something like that. There we go. And then in terms of other bunkers, I don't even think we really need any. It's going to be pretty narrow in here. Just really nasty, steep lies here. Yeah, I think we can live with something like that. So, let's see what it looks like. I'm not entirely convinced about this. But sometimes I need to throw down some surfaces to get an idea. our green. Smooth, the rough in there. We'll just do a general flatten of this like we usually do. We'll add the undulations later. Just to get a sense of what we're playing with here. Do I like that green? I don't think I do. I think we're going to rebuild this green. We're going to rebuild it. We're going to make it smaller. I don't think we're going to make it come out as much. Maybe like this. Instead. Smooth. Toggle our rough. Let's kind of move the here. That actually gives me the opportunity, if I want, to maybe snake the fairway up, but I don't know if I want to do that at this point. I kind of like this being down here on its own separate level. I mean, we still do have to flatten this out quite a bit. It's like a little path for people to walk to. Well, this is really rough right now, but that. Oh, I'm having second thoughts about this. I feel like I gotta throw the surfaces down to really see it. Oh, let's try. Let's throw some fairway down. Off, but that's okay. Ooh. Right up along the coast. Just like that. Spline. Rough. Boom. General. So we gotta flatten that out, but yeah, I kind of like this. It's almost just like it's cut between these two ridges. So I really want to just really flatten the fairway and keep everything else really rough and tumble. Yeah. Now, I also just realized I can't fill the spline because I might have a cross bunker here, so let's unfill the spline. Now let's just get to doing some general flattening. Be a little harder to see. We should probably fill the spline and then unfill it. Probably be a little bit easier. But actually, this is not coming out okay. Again, we really just want to flatten the fairway. I don't really want to flatten anything else because I really like the topography of this. How's that for a big word? The topography. Okay. Let me just fill it and see what we're working with here. It's still quite bumpy, especially up here. Fix that, obviously. I really want to make the layup a pretty tight shot, and the tighter in you get, tougher the I kind of like. It's gonna look great here too once we, even from 2 you're gonna be able to see 3, then 4. So, like tree line, I'm not 100% sure. Like maybe I do a little grove of trees in here on the coast. I don't know. Not sure. TBD on that. To be determined. I can see kind of some nice like rock wall style planting there. Okay. Pretty good. Make it a pretty, that's a pretty generous landing area, but I feel like I do need some sort of cross bunker. I don't actually have one yet. Oh, maybe this is a good time to incorporate it into the golf course. So we will unfill spline. Oh, I think we'll just a really basic, small little bean bunker here. Something like that. Nothing too special. The nice thing about this is I hate sculpting bunkers, so when you only have one of them on a big par 5, that is a bonus. That is a huge bonus. I just feel like the natural lay of the land here is probably all we need. It's kind of like how this hole is just cut into the coast. Raise this top edge up. I kind of like that front lip just being raised up a bit. Just to look like it's a little bit more menacing there. Oh, I like that a lot. That's going to be the tee shot. Maybe just bring down a bit just to open that bunker up a bit more. There she is. That is money. Perfect. Okay, this is coming along. So we'll spline out some fairway. I'm going to spline around here. So what I'm doing here is I want a nice little layer of heavy rough surrounding the bunker. Just like that style. But in order to do that when you're splining fairways is you have to do it this way. Which is a bit annoying. Not looking necessarily for a... Should have gone to... like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be perfect around. Just like a little layer there. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to fill in the rest of the fairway. So what I'm going to do here is I'm basically just going to do it exactly how I did it again, just to fill in a bigger piece. The only thing is I just have to go around that bunker. So, do this. And okay. Should work. I do this instead of using brushes, just because it is very easy to make a mistake with a brush, and then all of a sudden you got something in the middle of the fairway that's heavy rough. Something to avoid. Did I do that right? Oh, see, I missed a little spot there. Which is easy. We'll just brush it in. I think I see any other spots. So I think we're ready to remove these distance markers. Make it tougher to see. There we go. We got a good start of the golf hole here. So pretty simple in nature, I would say. In fact, very simple. But I think it can be a fun hole. Like, that's going to be a menacing second shot. Still do a little bit flat in here. The big question mark is, how is this hole going to look? For me, anyway. I mean, always seems to be the big question mark for me. Now, we've been kind of sticking with these round tee boxes, which is pretty, not going to lie, pretty boring. Well, maybe we'll switch it up. We'll go to a... let's go to a pair of square tee boxes. One there. Put one here. Flatten her up. Now, with that being on a hill, you know, you got to think, okay, how are they walking up there? So I'm going to have to make a little path up there. It's not, wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility of being too difficult to traverse if you were doing it in real life. I might. It's a little more of a gentle slope. Get rid of some of these rocks. Okay, so I do one there. T here. There. There. Go, that would be a pretty darn good looking golf shot, I would say. That bunker you should be able to clear pretty easily. Got the new Titleist clubs here, so my distances are a little different. Yeah, so this is all going to be about the second shot. So, I mean, that's going to be insane. But we also haven't put in the collar, like the fairway collar yet. So I kind of think... I have a collar that kind of starts here. Kind of extends. I want to make it too inviting. So maybe we just do... Should have thought this through. Go here. Maybe something like this. Might be a bit of a rough transition, but we'll take a look. Boom. Boom. Smooth, throw a rough texture in. Oops. Second surface rough texture. Okay. So, how does that look? We're obviously gonna have to sculpt it, but that adds a little bit more, I think. Again, I'm really kind of trying to avoid too many bunkers in this course. I feel like I maybe overdo bunkers sometimes, so... I want to make this a tough second shot, so I don't want this to be kind of an easy bailout. I definitely want to make this, like... If you're off, you're gonna go down into this little valley. Like, I don't want to make this little collection area easy to hit. I want to make it like an anti-collection area. A rejection area. God, that's gonna look good from the back, huh? Once we get the planting in. Whew. That looks great. That looks great. And then we're gonna have 5 up here. 5's gonna look great up here. Again, once we get all the planting in. So let's just give this a play. This new Titleist driver goes 296. Just crushes over the bunker. Doesn't even put that bunker in play. Well, that leaves a tricky shot. Yeah, that's what I want. And then a super tough uphiller, so. Now, if you're not on with that second shot, you are screwed. Okay. Now, do I have to rethink this bunker? It's... You know, I don't really necessarily want it to be, like, right at the driver mark, but... That's... Most people are going to clear that by a large margin. Well, I can knock it back a few yards. That helps a little bit. Yeah, people will clear that with ease. But it's this second shot that people may find to be an absolute nightmare. So, I don't know. I like how that bunker's sitting, so I might just keep it there. We might just do some camber-ish, some... Maybe I'll Kind of a lump there. Just add some character to the old fairway. Flatten this fairway out. I'm okay with that. I think that's more of just like just an intimidation piece. And people will tee off with the driver, and it will line up roughly with there. And with a headwind, it might cause people to second guess, but you should be able to clear it pretty darn easily, I would say. So, anyway, I think that could be a pretty fun fourth hole. Kind of see the bunker there. So now we've got a few big questions in terms of visuals. And this hole is going to be seen from a lot of places. I think of all the sightlines we're going to see it from. I'm going to see it in the air on 2. Definitely going to see it on 3. I'm definitely going to see it on 5. I mean, I've got some stuff in, like, I might need to do some stuff in here to make something interesting. Maybe bring the coast in. I don't know. You know, where else am I going to see it? I'm going to see it on 7. I'm going to see it on 11. It's going to show up a lot. So, it's something we have to think about. Alright, so let's start by these first a few yards. I think I want to bring the coast in a bit. Not too much. That's too much. Too much. Do less. Do less. Too round. On a smoother coast. Something like that. That's better. That's better. Okay. And in terms of kind of... I probably want to just mountain up in front of the green, too. I want to make this a pretty tight driving area, so... almost like a shoot. I mean... some that. And then maybe we'll add a few areas here. Could be kind of fun. Because, I mean, there's not really much on the left to look at, and that's going to... well... I'm more thinking about this area, so... okay with this. So all the planting in here is going to be unique, because this is a very unique part of the plot. We're not seeing a lot of this. I'm really thinking kind of dunesy, kind of like what we did on 1. That's going to probably be the style we're going to go for, I would think. Then we also got to think what's going to go up here. Let's play around with some tree options. I know people are going to be like, no, you're going to ruin the look. I mean, there's a lot of ocean to look at here. Kind of feel like maybe a grove of trees might be nice in here. But I'm one of those people that I don't know until I try it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try it. I haven't planted here in a while, and I don't remember what we did. Right, we switched to more pine trees. Right. Too far out. I just kind of want to do a little section in here. So far, so good. Feel? I think this has the potential to be kind of nice. Shadow the green too much. Put these smaller spruces in the middle. Definitely throw in a couple of these dead ones. I definitely got rid of the idea of kind of custom trees. I actually see another designer that's doing it for their World Cup course. I don't love the look. Funny. I didn't really like it on mine either, so we're gonna cut it out. Kind of like this. Like a little grove there. And then obviously we'll plant in and around here. It's going to be pretty heavily planted in this area, I would say. So yeah, that is, I think, a pretty darn good start. We've put a big chunk into that fourth hole. Obviously, let me know what you guys think, as I'm going to stop the clock here. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I think I like it, but, you know, things could change. Next time I log in, I might hate it. We might be blowing it up, but I think I like it right now. So we'll continue working on this hole on our next episode. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support, as always, and I'm glad you guys are watching these and enjoying it. So I love bringing them to you. So we'll be back next time with another episode of Complete Course Construction. See you later.